The Identify Features button is used to obtain more information from the features you see on the map. Notice the Identify From is set to all layers. This means that all map layers that are set to visible in the Map Layers window will be reported back in the results. So let's review what map layers we have turned on. So I'm going to click on the icon to open Map Layers. I'm going to turn off this layer and turn on transit stops. Note that although both the civic address and road layers are turned on, no results will be included simply because the civic number and street names are already displayed. I'm going to now minimize the Map Layers window and go back to Identify Features. Notice the Identify Point is highlighted in yellow. This means it is active and I can now click on a location on the map. Three features are found. If I click each one in the list, the map will update and zoom to that particular feature. Now that I can see the specific electoral district for the location I picked, I will click on the X and remove that result. I now see that I'm also in Polling Division 9B. If I click on the record, it zooms to the extent of that map feature. I can click the X to remove the result. And then I can go back to the property where I first started. Notice that although I have the bus stops map layer turned on, it wasn't included in my results. This is because I used the Identify by Point, which means that only the features found at the exact location I clicked on are included in the results. To include results for an area, I have to change my selection method. So I'm going to click on the Identify icon to go back. I can either use the Identify by Rectangle, which uses a predefined area that you have no control over. Instead, I'm going to pick the Identify by Area. This allows me to define the area I want to identify. So I'm going to zoom out a bit, and I'm going to start clicking on the area I want to identify and double click to finish. Notice I now have 7 results returned. Again, my electoral district 9, I'm going to remove. The polling division, I'm going to remove that result, in addition to each individual property that was found within the area I defined. And here is my bus stop. Sometimes it can be confusing when many results are returned. Another option, if you're specifically looking for one piece of information, is to go back to my Identify From and change the Identify From all layers to what I'm specifically looking for. I can then define the area again and double click, and I get the one result that I'm looking for. Also note that if I change the Identify results to a map layer that isn't visible, for example, administrative boundary, and I try to get information about that, no results are found. If I go back to my map layers and turn administrative boundary on and do my Identify again, I will get the result that I'm looking for.